Update करने आ रहा हूँ every Sunday at 6 p.m. Zishan on air में बहुत मजा आएगा. I'm looking forward to it. Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. This is Zishan Isaac from Zishan on air, and I welcome you all. And what a beautiful Sunday! And in just few hours, Tuesday. Tomorrow is Monday, and then on Tuesday we will be finding out. And I don't know if we can find out the same day because there have been some litigations that has already been filed as part of this whole aspect of the elections and. Some parties, obviously the Republican Party, there have been some issues that they are just crying out wolf, for a lack of a better term, that, oh, there's some rigging going on. So is that a preemptive way to again question mark or put the question mark in front of the election results? Because that's what we saw on January 6th. On Wolf Blitzer's program on CNN, Jay Johnson, I believe, is the former Homeland Security Secretary, and he mentioned that January 6th, 2025 is considered as, if I heard him correctly, as NSE event, which is a national security event. Latest right now, the news is that the fence has gone up, especially at the Naval Observatory, and where the vice president resides as well, because if she becomes victorious on Tuesday, then unfortunately, I have to say this, they have to make sure that there is more security for the winning candidate. On the other side, I will also tell you what are the latest polls in terms of where we are, in terms of this election. Early voting has ended last week, as you know, on Friday in most places, and especially in Harris County, Fort Bend County. That's where I reside. I reside in Houston, Greater Houston area, and this airwaves, 95.1 FM, 4060 AM, it covers all of Houston and other areas surrounding Houston. Before I get into the latest polls, some international news I would like to share with you that has to do with the devastating floods. And this is about global climate change, one of the key topics in terms of issues that voters have on their minds. Trump and his party, they do not believe in global climate change. And two cities, and they are towns, obviously, as well, Valencia and Murcia, and about 2.5 hours away. That's where Murcia is from Valencia. If you drive, they got 1 year of rain in 8 hours. You heard me correctly. They got 1 year of rain. Imagine how much rain would occur in those regions, right? In 1 year, they got it in 8 hours. So what happened is, according to Reuters and ABC News, 217 people are dead, and our thoughts and prayers go out to them. And the King Felipe VI, he was literally called murderer, I quote, as the people of Valencia, when he visited after 4 days, and he was also questioned that why did you come so late after 4 days? So they have canceled the trip to other devastated, flooded regions. There were no early warning signs. People received the text after the floods came. So floods came, started 1 or 2 p.m. They received it around 8 p.m. at night. So what happened to the early warning systems? And just text, or maybe they don't have any sirens or something like that. So a lot of people are devastated. Their entire savings, their entire homes are gone. So life is very unpredictable. Speaking of unpredictability, those are the two choices America has. One is an unpredictable and unpredictability and instability. That was the hallmark of the entire 4 years when President Trump was the president of this country. So if he wins, then just be prepared for unpredictability and instability. What are some of the key voter issues? Reproductive rights. That's part of the freedom, because women are also humans. Abortion obviously is tied to reproductive rights. Cost of living, that is a broader area. That's also top issues that the voters have on their minds. It also has economy, trade, tax, tariffs, and technology included as part of the cost of living. Then healthcare, because Speaker Mike Johnson has also said, and he's a Republican, that there will be no more Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act, right? So healthcare is a top issue as well. Supreme Court appointments, foreign policy, violent crime, immigration, right? That's where we have heard. Floating island, Puerto Rico. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, I have a lot of Puerto Rico friends. They've been called their place, floating island in the ocean. Immigration is a top issue as well. Gun policy, racial and ethnic inequality, and climate change, like I mentioned. So, people who are watching me live, I would like to share the latest results in terms of the polls right now. And there are many different polls. This one came from it's a very close election, as I would say. One more thing, I should also tell all of us that no matter what happens, we as citizens, we as humans, and especially as citizens, and regardless of what ethnicity you belong to, you got to stay very focused in terms of being objective. And emotionally charged people sometimes do things that may not be positive or would definitely not help the society's communities. So if you see something, say something. That's the old mantra or the old technique or tactic that the Department of Homeland Security basically tell you to do. So if you see something, say something. Be vigilant. Tell your local first responders, 911 calls. Don't get paranoid, but obviously keep an eye out there. All eyes of the world are on us. It's one of the oldest democracies. And I'm very hopeful that the American people at the end will do the right thing. But this election has shattered all different records. 72 million people have already voted. 72 million voters have already voted. But remember, I think there will be another 60 to 70 million. They will vote on Tuesday. That is the tradition. And remember, in the United States, and those who are watching us outside of the United States, there's no national holiday. This is the beauty of this entire process, that people, they get involved, they get engaged, and then they vote. So please get out and vote. And if you know people in Pennsylvania, and if you're a Democrat, you're a Kamala Harris supporter, you believe in freedom, you believe in reproductive rights, you believe in giving a fair share to everyone, you believe in healthcare, Obamacare, You believe in obviously the future, the bright future, and you believe in some predictability, and some reliability. Then you got to tell your people, your friends and family, don't sit at home, especially if they live in Pennsylvania and all these states that I've mentioned, even Arizona. Anything can happen. That's basically what it's boiling down to, ladies and gentlemen. I am telling you, no one has a crystal ball, and no one is going to claim victory. Saturday Night Live, I think Kamala Harris has already alleviated all these concerns that the other side put on her. Oh, she's not personable, she's not human, or she's a robot. She is a pretty good darn politician. She was a DA of California, right? DA, I think it was San Francisco. Then the Attorney General of California. If you don't consider California as part of the United States, that's a problem, right? It looks like a different country, but it's still part of the United States. She was also the US Senator, and she is the sitting VP. And people who think that, oh gosh, VP should be telling the president, then you don't understand the entire concept of the presidency and the vice presidency. Vice presidents are actually there as a cheerleader. Yeah, they may say things here and there, but it's the president. So President Biden is not on the ballot. And this is not a referendum on President Biden. This is a new vision. And Kamala Harris, a lot of people are excited. Women are excited. Unfortunately, we are seeing misogynism. That's right. I'm a man. I'm a very secure, comfortable within my skin. I voted for Kamala. I'm a Democrat. I vouch for Democrats. Unfortunately, there are a lot of men, even some black men, I'm sorry to say, they don't want to see a woman president. That's why this race is so tight. Otherwise, this would have been at least a difference of 5 to 10%. So this is what's happening. So no matter who becomes the next president of the United States of America, which I hope we know on Tuesday night or maybe Wednesday morning, it may not happen. It may be at least a week. Or I hope it's not a repeat of 2000 when it goes to all the way to the United States Supreme Court, when they decided on Al Gore and Bush election. Remember that? Those of us who have been here for quite some time, we know. So we have a very unique history in this country. At the end of the day, democracy prevails. At the end of the day, we have the checks and balances. At the end of the day, our feds and our local officials, law enforcement officials too, at the state level, National Guard or the United States law enforcement, they know they will not allow anyone to take law into their own hands. But by the time they get to any scene or any situation, by that moment, sometimes things happen, and unfortunately, sometimes things may get out of hand. I'm not predicting anything. All I'm saying, everyone who can hear my voice, I'm trying to be the voice of reason. Just be vigilant. Don't get into arguments. Don't get into heated argument. We are a democracy. Just get out and vote. There's no need to shout at your opponents. There's no need to do any of that. We are the civilized nation. And if we think we are the civilized nation, well, we're already seeing so much civility. There's some sarcasm there, but anyway. So that's my take on it. Let the democracy win. And no matter what happens, at the end of the day, we have the rule of law. We have the system in place. And that's basically what will determine who will become the United States president, the next president of the United States of America. So that's basically what it is. Now, without any further ado, I would like to thank all my sponsors, advertisers. Please support them. The first one, AIT Insurance, AITinsurance.com. If you live in Texas or anywhere outside of Texas, just visit AITinsurance.com for all your auto, home insurance, commercial insurance, residential insurance, what have you, health insurance, and especially auto insurance as well. Call 713-785-4000. 713-785-4000. They say you're reliable insurance partner in Texas. AITinsurance.com. Please visit them or call them. Visit their website, AITinsurance.com. AVestaHouston.com is their website. If you live in Houston, greater Houston area, check it out. This restaurant, you'll enjoy the food. They say we serve Persian and Middle Eastern food, Middle Eastern cuisine, Persian and Middle Eastern cuisine. 713-781-5555. Avesta Houston, visit them. You mentioned Zishan has sent you. You have heard it from Zishan on air from me, from myself. Then just tell them and you will get complimentary hot tea and who knows, some more stuff. Yeah, because they want to take care of you. 11165 Westheimer Road, Houston, zip code 77042 at the intersection of Westheimer and Wilcrest. That's Avesta Houston. We serve Persian and Middle Eastern cuisine. That's what they say. So visit them, and those who are watching me on social media, you can see this on the screen, and their web address is avestahouston.com. So with that, I'm signing off from the social media. Good luck, America. Good luck to all the voters who have not voted. Those of you who have voted, regardless who you have voted for, thank you for participating in the democracy. Thank you for participating in the process. And that's what makes great countries greater, because United States of America is already great. And when we say, oh, we got to make it great again, that means we're not going back, we're going forward. So that's the message. And those of us who believe in a future and a brighter future, obviously we are voting for Kamala, and we have voted for Kamala, and we're voting for Democrats. We know what's at stake. And those of us who don't agree with us and what we are saying, that's okay. You have a different vision, and we will find out on election day or maybe later. So with that, signing off, stay positive and take care of your families, take care of your health. Don't sweat over this stuff. It's just one election. Imagine there are countries, they don't even have elections in the world, right? They have dictators, autocrats, what have you. Or even if they have elections, what do they achieve after having those elections? Because they do not have the kind of resources that this country has. And sometimes we take these freedoms and liberties for granted. They live in one of the best countries in the world. If you get out of your state, if you get out of this country and travel abroad, you will be so appreciative of what we have in this country. So don't let anyone deceive you that, oh, immigrants are poisoning the blood. US has become the garbage can of the world. And one last one, especially those who are American Muslims, that's what Trump said. He said, Islam, I think Islam hates us. That's not me. That's what Trump said. So if you have voted for Trump, remember, that's who you voted for. So with that, I rest my case. And if you have not voted for Trump, you voted for third party, well, good luck to you, because US is a two-party system. So with that, I'm just being as real, as pragmatic. I'm just trying to do my part. At the end of the day, it's you who's going to vote. I can only open the door for you. You'll have to walk through it. With that, Zishan Isaac signing off. I'll continue with the traditional media here on Houston Airwaves, Greater Houston Airwaves, and keep me and myself and everyone in your prayers, and signing off from social media. Thank you. And get out and vote. In fact, before I sign off, I just saw some emojis. Okay, I'll just display it on my platform. There's Aftab Ahmed and Ann Kudratul. They both gave me thumbs up. Well, thank you to both of you. And I know there are many out there, thousands, and then many other thousands. They share the social media videos and they share it because it goes viral. And that's the beauty of social media and the power of social media. And I'm capitalizing on traditional media as well, because it's still here, at least in the Greater Houston area. With that, signing off from social media. Thank you, everyone.